You're back with, nearly dropped my sheet, you're back with me again. You're most welcome wherever you're viewing across the planet. Live this morning in Manhattan, live in Melbourne. Live all over the world, and we're here in the middle of Newry. We're in Railway Avenue, and round the corner you will find the Christian Centre, Newry's Christian Centre. And one of the men behind that is Mike Holohan. And Mike, you're so welcome in here again, and Andrew OHagan joined you this morning, and it's the day of the launch of your food bank.
Yes, that's right.
This is you've walked the walk, you've talked the talk, and now you've walked the walk. You've got the stuff together. Mm-hmm. You have a store of food over there, Mike. Yes.
Yeah. Well, we have the store of food's not kept in the centre; it's kept in a secret location.
Yes,
but
of course.
Somewhere else. But we just bring it into the centre. But it's interesting, Ron. The food banks in Dublin, I heard yesterday, are all out of food. There's not that many people coming.
Yeah.
And I think what's going on at the moment is a lot bigger than people realise or give it credit for.
Yeah, funny enough, that's what Father Peter McVerry said here yesterday, sitting in that very seat from the Peter McVerry Trust in Dublin. He was saying that in the south, they're not yet even started walking along the road that will lead to resolution of the problem.
Yeah.
So it's serious enough. You're a Newry man, Andrew?
I am indeed. My name's Andrew OHagan. I'm project coordinator for Newry Food Bank.
How long have you been with the Christian Centre?
Just coming up on a year now.
Yeah. And what was your provenance religious-wise? Where did you grow up? Were you a Catholic, a Protestant, or what?
Well, funny enough, I've always had the gospel teaching. My father was Roman Catholic,
yeah.
My mother a Protestant. However, that was no issue to me growing up, and I needed to find my own faith.
Yeah.
And in 2007, I did so.
How did you do that, Andrew?
I actually came to a church just in Edward Street, the Metropolitan.
Yes.
And I gave my life to God there. However, things didn't go just completely to plan. I slipped and fell, and I rededicated my life back to the Lord in 2011.
Which proves your humanity, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does indeed.
Yeah, God works with broken people.
That's right.
He does.
I think, and that kind of thing.
He has, he's done a lot in my family anyway, and for myself personally.
Yeah, and now you're part of doing something as part of a Christian outreach to others. You're the coordinator of the food bank.
Yes.
What are your duties involved?
My duties involved have been quite varied. I have been issuing vouchers to our voucher holders. For instance, Citizens Advice Bureau are one of our holders. We have 7 holders altogether.
Who are the 7 holders? If I want to go for food today, where should I go?
If you want to go for food today, we would ask you to visit Citizens Advice Bureau, Ballybot House.
Yep.
Home Start, Ballybot House. Hidden Treasure Charity Shop, which is in Bestbrook.
Yes.
The Southern Health and Social Care Trust, which is Drumlane House. The Simon Community. Women's Aid Resource Centre, Belfast Road. Our Women's Aid Refuge, which is Lynn Lodge, Canal Quay, in just the bottom of the Wynn Industrial Estate.
Mm-hmm. So, Mike, the reason for having these different voucher holders, what is that? Why do you do that, rather than just give the stuff out?
Well, one of the reasons for the vouchers per se is because of the climate we're living in, is we want to get the food to the genuine people who genuinely need it. And so what they do is they go to these different people that we've named, and they basically assess them. But part of that assessment process is to find out if they're on the right benefits or if there's something else that could be done. And Rosemary from the Citizens Advice, she was actually telling me that sometimes people come into her and she finds out that they're on the wrong benefits, or maybe she might say something like, are you claiming family tax credits? And people say, what's that?
Yeah.
And they're not on the right benefits, and that's the reason why they're in this situation. And so if they go to people like these, they can help them in the long term, whereas we can only help them in the short term.
Yeah, there's a good wisdom there, because if these people agree to do the assessment, it's a mighty enough thing for them to take on, Mike.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
You know, and you have no problem asking them to do that, or they're agreeing to do it. Yeah, they'll do it. Your food, where does your food come from, Mike?
Comes from the generosity of the people. Basically, we have a wee shopping list. I did show you at one stage. We have a wee shopping list, and we stand outside some of the supermarkets and we ask people, when you're doing your shopping today, if there's an item that you would like to buy on this, a non-perishable item, then could you please buy it and donate it to us when you finish your shop? And people have been very, very good to us.
Yeah. Is that the shopping list there? Is there
Yeah,
and I may have a look at it there?
Yes, sure.
And we'll see what it says there. And you're still looking for food. You're
Yeah.
not
Oh, yeah.
no such thing as you've been full up with
No.
food. And
We
any
have-
of these things people can bring to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're looking for milk that can be UHT or powdered. Powdered milk is very good.
It is, yeah.
I used it on my boat for 5 years of my life. I made milk from powder. Sugar, I want sugar. Fruit juice, long life carton. Soup, pasta sauces, sponge pudding, tinned, tomatoes, tinned, cereals, rice pudding, tea bags, instant coffee, instant mashed potato, rice, pasta, tinned meat and fish, tinned vegetables, tinned fruit, jam, biscuits, and snack bar. Now, this isn't just pulled out of the air, this list.
No.
Tell me the provenance of the list. What is it about? What's the wisdom behind these items?
Basically, for long life and easy, simple meals that people could follow and cook a recipe. Not everybody knows how to cook certain things. These also to enable to last that little bit longer. And the idea of then this parcel is it's prepared to last 3 days.
Yeah. And Michael, the amount of food you've got in store at the moment, can you give us an idea of the volume of food?
I think we have probably about 2.5 tons of food at the moment.
2.5 tons of food. Yeah.
And we have 2 food lifts coming up. Is it tomorrow week, Andrew, in Duns?
Tomorrow week,
In
Duns.
Duns. Yeah.
And then the 29th, 30th, and the 1st of December, we're in Tesco's.
Yeah. And people, they don't have to wait for that.
Oh no, people
People can go and do their shopping, and they can go and they can make it happen, and bingo, it's all good.
Yeah.
You
And
know.
they can drop the food into us over at Newry Christian Centre.
Of course,
on
you're
Edward
there
Street.
anytime to take it.
Or they can drop it into Citizens Advice. Or Dan Gregory, actually, he's got a drop point, Millvale Road Service Station, which is on the Millvale Road. They have a drop-off point. Is there any other places, Andrew?
Hidden Treasure, which is Bestbrook.
Yeah, so people can get it in there. Well, you've been busy already. People have been coming to you already, haven't they?
Well, our official launch is today, and to date we've fed somewhere in the region of about, I think there's actually more than that. What's the figure there?
56 people in total, 32 adults and 24 children.
And obviously confidentiality is at the heart of what you do, and
Yes.
that we would respect that at all times. But in general terms, what kind of people are these who have come to you? Are they the kind of the expected demographic of homelessness or what?
Quite a mixture. There's no, as I say, set target to anyone receiving the food. We've fed people from homelessness, domestic violence, those that are actually employed and have received an unexpected bill that they weren't, they couldn't meet. We are the 12th food bank to open today, and there's 11 already in Northern Ireland.
Yeah. And the kind of parent organisation is what?
The Trussell Trust.
The Trussell Trust. What is Trussell?
It's a man's name from England, a man and woman. They've seen a lot of poverty, and they decided to set up this food bank, and their name is Trussell, so they call it the
Trussell Trust. That's good.
Just there was a lady in one day about a couple of weeks ago, and what had happened with her was her husband left her. She was probably in her maybe late 50s or early 60s, and her husband left her, and she had never claimed any benefits or anything in her life. And so when her husband left, he took basically all the earnings, if you like, with him. And so she had to start now at this stage of her life trying to go and get benefits. And she told me that she didn't get any benefits for 6 weeks, no money for 6 weeks since her husband left, no money of any kind. And she came over, and I laid out a plate of biscuits and a cup of tea for her while I was getting her food parcel. And when I came back, all the biscuits were consumed. Which meant that obviously that she was hungry.
Yeah. So today at 11 o'clock you open.
Yeah.
What form will that take, guys?
Well, the mayor is going to be there. There'll be a bit of a photo shoot and a few things like that. And then we're going to have a short presentation where we're going to talk about the needs of the people in Uri,
Yeah.
and then what we hope to achieve through the food bank. And then there'll be light food served after.
What's the sense that you have of the extent of the need, the real need? You're in a good position to have an opinion on it.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, I've seen a lot of poverty because I've been in all different countries around the world, but I have never seen the poverty like this in this country. And it's amazing to see how many people are coming and desperate. And one of the things that we've actually discovered, PIPS actually is coming on board, which is the prevention of suicide.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And they have told us that people who are hungry are actually suicidal.
Yeah.
I was actually talking to a police officer, who told me that people are starting to steal food. And he says years ago people would have been stealing things like TVs and different things, but he says now people are stealing food because they're hungry and they're trying to feed their families.
Yeah.
And we want to try and work it with the police as well, where if somebody was stealing food, that instead of summons them, that what they would do is they bring them to us and we could help them with food.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know.
I think that's, it's eminently desirable to try and keep people out of the system, the court system. And if folk who need food, they go to you. But as you say, you're only a short-term measure.
Yeah, that's right.
And Rosemary and the CAB, they come along, the Citizen Advice Bureau, and they can take it further.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Guys, we wish you well. 11 o'clock over there. Is it open door or is it invitation only for people?
It's open door.
Open door. Well, you'd expect that in Christianity, wouldn't you?
Absolutely.
Yeah. You guys go well, and thank you very, very much indeed for coming in.
Thank you for
Dee,
having
we'll
us.
have some music, dear boy. Thank you.